Good morning, neighbors. It is Wednesday, February 11th, 2026, and I am your host, Sara, welcoming you to another cozy edition of the Murphy Morning Show. Grab your coffee, take a deep breath, and let us catch up on what is happening in and around Murphy today. Let us start with local news here in Murphy and across Cherokee County. Our community is still feeling the effects of the recent winter storms that dropped several inches of snow across the county over the past 2 weekends, leading to wrecks, power interruptions, and school and road disruptions. County officials are reminding drivers that while main roads are mostly cleared, many secondary and shaded routes can still be slick in the mornings and evenings, so take it slow, give yourself extra time, and watch for black ice, especially on curves and bridges. The Cherokee Scout is highlighting a story this week in its ongoing series, 52 Things to Celebrate About Cherokee County, focusing on the simple act of loving your neighbor as we get closer to Valentine's Day. That piece is a good reminder that small gestures matter right now, from checking on an elderly neighbor after the storms to supporting a family that may be juggling work, kids, and tricky road conditions. If you have a story of kindness here in Murphy, Andrews, or Peachtree, consider sharing it with your local paper or your church or civic group so those good deeds can ripple out. The Sheriff's Office and county leaders are also continuing to emphasize safe winter driving following the tragic statewide toll from the last storm system, which claimed several lives on North Carolina roads, including right here in Cherokee County. In one crash near the Tennessee line, speed was a factor on a snow-covered road, and investigators say many similar incidents could be prevented if drivers simply slowed down and stayed off the roads when conditions are at their worst. Law enforcement is urging everyone in Murphy and the surrounding communities to treat any future winter weather alerts seriously, avoid unnecessary trips, and make sure your vehicle is equipped with good tires, a scraper, and a basic emergency kit. On the county government side, Cherokee County commissioners have been sharing updates on a resolution opposing what they describe as misuse of the Federal Antiquities Act, a move they say is aimed at protecting local land use and private property rights. While that may sound like a big national topic, county leaders are framing it as a local issue, tied to how land in and around our mountains could be designated and managed in the future. If you are interested in land rights, outdoor recreation, or development in our area, keep an eye on upcoming county meetings and postings so you can learn more and, if you like, make your voice heard. In community news, Cherokee County is also taking the opportunity after the storms to review emergency preparedness and communication, especially as our region continues to see more volatile weather from winter storms to wildfire risk. Local officials are encouraging families in Murphy, Andrews, and Peachtree to check their emergency plans, make sure contact numbers are up to date, and sign up for county-level alerts so you will know quickly about road closures, school changes, and shelter information. This is a good week to double-check flashlights, batteries, and any medications you might need if power or roads are impacted again. Finally, a quick note on our neighbors across the region. Event calendars for nearby towns like Blairsville and Blue Ridge in Georgia and communities around Hiawassee are starting to fill up again as we move through February and towards spring, with mentions of upcoming markets, arts events, and, a little later on, spring festivals. We will keep an eye on those regional happenings because many of you in Murphy love a good day trip over the mountain once the weather cooperates. All right, let us talk about the weather for Murphy, North Carolina, for the next 3 days. Today, Wednesday, expect a cold but calmer winter day. Afternoon high temperatures will hover in the low to mid-40s, with morning lows starting out near or just below the freezing mark. Skies should be partly cloudy, with only a slight chance of a light sprinkle or flurry, and winds on the light side, so it will feel chilly, but not nearly as harsh as it has recently. On Thursday, we stay on the cool side, but things edge just a bit milder. Look for highs in the mid to upper 40s, with morning lows still right around the low 30s. Clouds and sunshine will mix through the day, and there is a modest chance of a passing shower, so it would be wise to keep a jacket and maybe an umbrella handy if you will be out and about, especially later in the day. By Friday, we begin to see a more noticeable uptick in temperatures as highs push toward the upper 40s or even near 50, with lows in the mid-30s. There is still a chance of light rain at times, but overall, conditions look more settled than what we have been through, with no big winter storm signals in the immediate 3-day window. It is not spring yet, but you may notice that hint of a gentler pattern trying to nudge in. And right here, let me take a quick moment to ask a favor of you, our Murphy Morning Show family. If you enjoy starting your day with us, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and slam that notification bell so you never miss a show. If you find value in this little corner of community connection, share the channel with a friend, a coworker, or a neighbor who might need a friendly voice in the morning too. Now, let us look at what is coming up around town and in nearby communities. With Valentine's Day just around the corner, downtown Murphy has a special Second Saturday Shop and Sip event coming up this Saturday, February 14th, from 2 o'clock in the afternoon until 5 o'clock in the evening. Local shops and boutiques will be open with specials and treats, and some participating spots will be offering a little something to sip while you browse, making it a fun way to support small businesses, pick up a last-minute gift, and enjoy a stroll through town. If you head out, dress warmly, watch your step on any leftover slick spots, and consider carpooling to ease parking. Churches, civic clubs, and schools in and around Murphy and Andrews are also holding various Valentine-themed gatherings and fundraisers over the next few days, from youth group dinners to small concerts and bake sales. Keep an eye on your church bulletin boards and social media pages, as well as the local paper's calendar, to see what is happening closest to you. These are great, low-cost ways to get out of the house after a spell of wintry weather, meet your neighbors, and support programs that directly benefit kids, seniors, and families here at home. Looking a little further ahead into the season, organizers are already planning for popular spring events like the Murphy Spring Festival in early May, which will bring vendors, live music, food trucks, and family activities back to downtown streets once the weather truly warms up. It may feel far away on a frosty February morning, but these festivals rely on volunteers and early coordination, so if you have been thinking about helping out or setting up a booth, now is a good time to start reaching out to the town or to Main Street organizers. Across the mountains, our neighbors in places like Blairsville and Blue Ridge are lining up their own late winter and early spring activities, including local markets, small festivals, and arts events that make for a nice day trip from Murphy. As the season unfolds, we will bring you more specific dates and times, but for now, know that you have plenty of options within a short drive once the roads are dry and you are ready for a change of scenery. As we wrap up this Wednesday edition of the Murphy Morning Show, I just want to say how grateful I am to spend these few minutes with you each day. Take care on the roads, check on someone you love, and look for those small blessings that show up in ordinary moments. I am Sara, wishing you a warm, safe, and hopeful day here in Murphy, and I hope you will tune in again tomorrow morning for more local news, weather, and community stories.